Hello Aries, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your July Tarot forecast. We're going to take a look at your love relationship, your career and workspace, and we'll get some guidance from the universe to yourself on how to best utilize the energies of the months of July. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. And let's get started right away. This is a reading for, I am starting with an oracle card as always, so that's what we're going to do first. And then at the end, I'll pull some messages from your person of interest to yourself. This is a reading, this is a journal reading, so take on the resonates for you. And what else? This was for Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. So if you are a sun sign, most people still watch just for the sun sign. If your sun sign Aries, you may want to check readings for your other placements as well. They're just as important, and then you can combine those parts into a more solid message, like a holistic message. To me, I don't watch tarot as much these days, but when I started doing it, I actually saw that storyline, you know, almost like complementary parts. Sometimes it's kind of repeated, but to me, it's a confirmation that that is for me. Let's see what we have for Aries. Big events are happening in July, and I think the most important one that you should know about Aries is that the North Node is moving into Aries, and it'll stay there till January 2025. It's gonna happen on the 17th of July during new moon phase. It's gonna be new moon in Cancer, so you may want to mark that in the calendar, or just keep it in mind that in the second part of July you'll start feeling the shift, and you may get some extra challenges, and that could be actually both on the Aries or the Libra front, because those are the opposing signs and the nodes are going to be in both of those, right? The North Node in Aries, the South Node in Libra. So depending on your personal chart, you know, those energies will be hitting you, and they actually will be hitting all of us to some extent anyway, right? And the whole idea, the whole question of mine versus ours, me versus we, and how do you balance between the very personal needs and wants, and even demands sometimes, right? And the needs of the group or the needs of people in your life, right? How do you make it work on both of those polarities? Okay, so for the card, you got Protect and Treasure, number 39. I love this. Do I have the book? I do have the book. This is one of the decks that I haven't used much in the last few months because I was traveling and I didn't bring it with me. So I'm kind of reintroducing myself to this deck. Although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level you're able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. Beautiful. I love that. All right, Aries, so let's get into tarot. Let's see what the cards are bringing to you. I immediately got 3 cards. So for your love situation, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I will comment a bit more in a moment. 9 of Swords. And the Ace of Wands, 2 aces. This is beautiful energy. The passion followed by action. For your career space, you have Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor. Could be dealing with an Aries or Pisces. 7 of Swords for your advice. Four of Pentacles, the Moon. A lot of people are getting the Moon actually, but it is the sign of Cancer. It could be dealing with a Cancer. And just realize that the Emperor is your energy, but yeah, doesn't matter. You could be dealing with another Aries, why not? We are in Cancer season for the most of the months, so I'm not surprised at all that we are being heavily impacted by the power of the Moon. And we're gonna have that new moon in Cancer, which is, I mean, naturally, during Cancer season, the new moon will be in Cancer, but you know, because like it's not the same with any other sign of the zodiac. Just because Cancer is ruled by the moon, that's the only sign, and that's why it's so powerful. 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, beautiful. All right, so it looks like a lot of fated moments are coming in for you, Aries, in this month. And if we're talking about love life, to me, it's actually not so much about relationship with another person. And sometimes it happens like that in this spread. It's more about your relationship with yourself. And that is the ultimate Aries energy anyway. But it's almost like you're removing, with this Knight of Swords, with all these eyes, you're removing the old skin, this sort of like unwanted shell, right? Something that was imposed on you by other people's opinions and preferences and sometimes manipulations, right? That caused a lot of stress and anxiety for you, which is the Nine of Swords energy. So now you're feeling guided to remove that. Not necessarily, you don't necessarily have the full coat of fresh skin to put on, right? But you're figuring it out with the aces here. And in order to figure it out, it's important not to have that as a label on yourself, you know, as a mark. So yeah, that, what is it called? It's not the tarot, of course, it's something else. Anyway, you need to remove that layer. So that's what you're doing. That's what I see you are doing already. Intuitively, you're like, okay, I can see that. That's not working for me. So I'm gonna release it, right? While I'm figuring out how I want to live my life and what is my next step going to be. Because these aces are, like I was saying, it's passion followed by action, right? It's something that will eventually end with some sort of result in the physical, whether it's moving to a new place, starting a new exercise routine, I don't know, building a house with your person, starting a new job, maybe investing in something, right? Like it could be so many different things, but it will be something tangible. It's not on the emotional level. It's like, it's more like you're freeing yourself up from a certain mindset captivity, and that allows for things to start moving in the physical, where you can see more clearly where you're being guided, what is your passion, what do you feel, which direction do you feel guided to move into, or which area of your life to pay attention to. That can also work, right? Because this is a personal space, so this can be anything at all, right? And then you are actually moving into that direction. You are making calls and appointments, you are doing your research, right? Like it's something very specific. For your career space, again, we see major arcanas, where you are, because of certain fated events, you're seeing your place of where you're supposed to be going. The Queen of Cups could be somebody with water energy in their chart, could be a female or a male actually, but somebody who is composed and who feels good in their skin, let's put it that way. And that person is going to show up on the horizon to help you figure out how to embrace this bigger energies. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is basically fate, right? It's like there are certain events that you cannot influence, so they will be happening. Some of them will just gonna be like a thunderstorm, you know, or an explosion, like it's gonna be sudden. It could be unexpected, but appreciate and know that We saw this card at the beginning, that you're being protected and divinely guided, right? Like everything that's going to be happening is for your own good eventually. And we have 10 of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck, right? Like this energy of abundance, success, prosperity, ancestry, ancestral harmony I'm even getting, right? So this could be harmony either with your family, meaning like your spouse and kids, or it could go harmonizing space with your parents, grandparents, maybe other relatives, right? Like there is a lot of goodness coming in, and this person is going to help you to stay emotionally balanced through this time, although they are showing up in a workspace, so take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to be work per se, it can be just a more public, more formal setting. You know, it could be your hairdresser, I don't know, maybe, right? Like, but it will be somebody that is not from like a personal circle of friends and acquaintances, but more around some sort of official relationship. And then with the advice, we have 7 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, and the Moon. So you are going to be freeing yourself up from certain limitations and even faulty patterns or self-destructive patterns. Pay attention very much to feelings and emotions during this time, even if they are about things that you didn't think were emotional in the first place. Like the 4 of Pentacles, a lot of times it's holding back, and we see here actually there's a theme of a home or a house, right? A gate, right? Certain things will be very much a tangible thing. I don't know, getting your life insurance, right? Or I mentioned investing into something. It will be pretty specific, right? Pretty dry maybe, but it's very important that whichever decisions you're making in those areas, that you're out following your intuition and your gut feel, right? Because that is the connection, right? Like the gut feel is directly connected to feelings and emotions. It's important to recognize them, whether they're positive or negative in your opinion. All of them matter. All of them are trying to warn you about something. Then gradually, as you remove the illusion or the self-sabotaging ones, then you will clearly see what the true path is for you. Okay, messages from your person of interest to yourself. Let's see what we have for Aries. I like that we have your card here, the Emperor card. It's like you're becoming your own, truly. This is beautiful. Love it. King of Wands. Yes, that's you as well. And Ace of Swords. Wow. So your person is actually realizing that you are the one for them, that you're the match. And, you know, things that they have been wishing for, manifesting into their life, they like suddenly see how much of it you embrace. And if there are certain things that you don't, in their opinion, then they are willing to work with it to find that compromise, you know, not to be as rigid as they used to, because they also see so many treasures that you possess, figuratively speaking, you know, in your character, in your approach, the way you treat people, the way you go for your ambition, that it definitely compensates for maybe certain aspects that your person was looking for that you don't necessarily have, right? So yeah, they're seeing this as like this big moment of truth, that you are the person and you are the direction to go into. Beautiful. They also see you as this wise and mature person that knows what they want. And the king could be either male or female, but the king has like that more confident, strong core, right? Where if you know what they want, you just go for it and you succeed. You're also great public speaker, and you have that charisma that makes people pay attention. Let's put it that way. Okay, I hope this has been good for Aries. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I will be back with more readings very soon. Don't forget to like the video, please.